Hi guys, and welcome back to Petrolhead Podcasts. Since its introduction in 2020, the BMW M340i has become somewhat of a cult car in many parts of the world, blending the discreet styling, everyday usability, and practicality of a regular 3 Series, with real-world performance levels that are surprisingly close to an M3. But with a formidable competitor in the Mercedes-AMG C43, which was introduced as an all-new model last year, does the M340i remain the best sports sedan money can buy? Join me as I go through an in-depth comparison to give you the answer. First of all, looking at exterior styling, the BMW M340i is a classy and conservative-looking sports sedan. Up front, nice touches include the slim LED headlights, the L-shaped design in the front bumper, as well as the blacked-out kidney grille and M-specific wing mirrors. On the side, the profile is restrained and simple, with not many highlights other than the M-design wheels and brake calipers. Round back, the M340i looks slightly fussy, with the angular-shaped fake diffuser perhaps a little overstyled. Overall, the car looks great, but perhaps a little too restrained and similar to a regular 3 Series with the M Sport package. The Mercedes-AMG C43, on the other hand, looks a lot more extrovert. Up front, the AMG exclusive vertical slatted grille looks great and makes the car instantly recognizable from a regular C-Class, although the latest Mercedes design language remains slightly controversial, with the inward kink in the headlights shared with the A-Class and CLA not the most attractive. On the side, the C43's clean and smooth surfacing looks great, while round back, the quad-round exhausts exclusive to the C43 hint at the performance potential and work well with the C-Class's modern and sporty rear-end design. Overall, the C43 certainly looks more special than the M340i, and so for exterior styling, the C43 is the slightly better car here. The M340i is still a great-looking sports sedan, but perhaps too similar to a regular 3 Series. Moving on to interiors, and the BMW has a modern dash layout, pairing a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with a 14.9-inch infotainment display running iDrive 8. The graphics on the display are great, and iDrive remains one of the most feature-rich and well-developed systems on the market. Build quality is excellent in the BMW, and material quality is also generally pretty good, with soft-touch plastics on the dashboard, although some of the plastics on the transmission tunnel and the door bins feel rather cheap for a car at this price point. The BMW has good practicality, with 42 inches of front legroom, 35.2 inches of rear legroom, and 17 cubic feet of trunk space. The AMG C43 has a cabin that looks more impressive at first glance, given the waterfall-like center console with a portrait-oriented 11.9-inch screen, the impressive ambient lighting, the AMG performance steering wheel, the freestanding 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and the available carbon fiber trim. However, the abundance of piano black plastic, touch controls rather than physical buttons, material quality that is no better than the BMW's, and build quality that is not quite as good as the M340i means that Mercedes isn't quite as impressive after extended impressions. The infotainment running Mercedes MBUX2 is a generation behind the MBUX3 system in the latest E-Class, but remains fast, modern, and feature-rich. In terms of practicality, the C43 is also less impressive, with 41.7 inches of front legroom, 36 inches of rear legroom, and only 12.6 cubic feet of trunk space. Overall, the better interior for me is the BMW's. The superior build quality, combined with more physical buttons, more cargo volume, and an infotainment that is slightly better overall, gives the BMW the edge over the C43. The C43's interior has better perceived luxury, but the build quality and practicality are not as good as the BMW. In terms of drivetrains, the BMW has a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, producing 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. This is mated to an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, sending power to all 4 wheels through BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system. The BMW has standard passive suspension, and an optional adaptive M suspension is available. The M340 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds and achieves a combined fuel economy of 26 miles per gallon. The Mercedes has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system and an exhaust gas turbo that combine to produce 402 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. This is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, sending power through Mercedes' 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, which is also rear-biased. The Mercedes has standard adaptive suspension and rear-wheel steering, which is not available on the M340. The C43 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds and achieves a combined economy figure of 22 miles per gallon. In terms of drivetrains, the two cars are evenly matched and neither is decisively better than the other. The M340 is faster and achieves better fuel economy despite the larger engine, while the C43 benefits from standard adaptive damping and rear-wheel steering. In terms of driving experience, the BMW M340i is a beautifully balanced car. The legendary B58 engine is very smooth, linear, and responsive, with almost no turbo lag and sounds great. The 8-speed ZF transmission is mated well with this engine and offers quick and precise shifts. With the available adaptive M suspension, the ride comfort, although still slightly firm in comfort mode, is an acceptable compromise, with the benefit being superb body control and a button-down feeling at higher speeds. The car's handling is impressive, with little body lean in corners, a rear-biased all-wheel drive system, and quick steering, although the steering's feeling can be inconsistent at times. The Mercedes driving experience is a mixed bag. The C43 lacks the low-end torque of the BMW, despite the added electric components, and can feel sluggish in higher gears. The engine is also less charismatic than the BMW's. The 9-speed automatic transmission is also not the best, being slow to downshift and jerky at times, especially at lower speeds. The car has impressive handling, being sure-footed in corners, and steering that is well-weighted and precise, but the ride comfort is firm, even in the softest setting. Overall, the better driving experience is clearly the BMW's. The car is clearly better resolved, from its engine and transmission tuning to its overall ride and handling. The Mercedes is a good car let down by a powertrain setup that is not well calibrated. So overall, which is the better sports sedan between the BMW M340i and the Mercedes-AMG C43? Personally, the BMW is the winner here. The M340i has a fantastic engine and transmission, great driving dynamics, and a well-built and modern interior. Unfortunately, the styling is generic, but the BMW otherwise has few flaws. The AMG C43 comes in second. The Mercedes looks expensive, both inside and out, and has an advanced powertrain. Unfortunately, the integration of the engine, electric turbo, and transmission don't work well in the real world, and the interior quality isn't quite as good as the BMW, so the C43 has to settle for second. What do you guys think of the M340i and the C43? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to be the first to see more amazing content like this in the future. Cheers!